This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This is DJ Reed returning.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike 54.
This is Carson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Carson, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
The tackle made.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. That's caught by Penny. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
It brings up 4th down.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0. Now Carson fumbles the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Dancing to his left. He'll find Metcalf. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Here's Carson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Pickup of 2. Brings up
second down and goal. Wilson, that's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Wilson rolling to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 23 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. We're scoreless after 1.
the first quarter with no score.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They run it with Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got 18. 25.
On second down now, it's Carson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Under 10. 10. Alert. Hey, check 24. No pass. Set.
They run the counter. Carson. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Shoot! Hey, check 24. Check 24. 36 power. Check 99. Mike 50.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Seattle.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Wilson steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
3rd down. 3rd.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
A 28-yard gain.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Seahawks.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
The pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, Seattle.
Operating from the gun, Wilson escaping the pressure, and he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Tyler Lockett. Touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Here's Reed. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
A gain of 14.
They run again with Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
3rd and long.
Here's Wilson. Out to his left. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Quandre Diggs on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings
2nd and 2. And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
25. 14. Check my 50.
From the gun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And
oh, man, what the hell? Oh.